Say, you must be professional dance instructors, right? This company. You teach dancing? I thought so. Right from the first step, I noticed that you weren't rookies out there. You teach here in Sheboygan? You better leave your... In the Kohler Arts Center, okay. You better pass your cards around here. I could probably use it too, but I need a lot of lessons, I think, before I can get on that floor. I'm still working on the ballads, you know, the slow ones where you just move a little bit. Okay, how much like being in love? Well, there was a trumpet player, left-handed trumpet player years ago that played with Harry James. He formed his own band later on, and he's still living today. And I know for that for a fact because he's on my Facebook. And he's in his 90s. And every time I see a picture of him, he's got all these young ladies hanging around him. These starlets from California. His name is Mr. Ray Anthony. How many heard of Ray Anthony, a trumpet player? He had his own band years ago, remember? Well, when you write your own songs, you can name them after yourself. He wrote a song several years ago, and this is what they call a boogie woogie. And he strategically called it Mr. Anthony's Boogie. So we're going to feature some of the members of the band doing Mr. Anthony's Boogie. Mr. Anthony's Boogie back in the trumpet section, the newest member of the band from Richfield, Wisconsin, Dale Smith, ladies and gentlemen. And from Sheboygan, the youngest member of the band at 123 years old, looking great, Mr. John Brown. John Brown. I'll tell you, John, he hasn't aged a bit over the last 50 years. Still going strong. In any event, right now we're going to give you a tempo that's sort of not slow, not fast, but it's half-fast, as they say, in the music business. And this was written by Duke Ellington. And it's probably one of the most popular songs that he ever wrote. And we're going to do it for you right now. It's called Satin Down. And Duke, of course, played piano. So we're going to feature the other half of the Christie family back there, Terry Christie on the piano. Duke Ellington Satin Down. Terry Christie on the piano solo. The other person who helped write that song besides Duke Ellington was Billy Strayhorn, who wrote a lot of great charts for the Duke Ellington Band. And actually there are lyrics that were put to that song back in 1953 by the well-known lyricist Johnny Mercer. So it's been recorded by a lot of great bands and a lot of great musicians and a lot of big bands playing today still perform Sad Now. Well, when you think of big bands, you have to think of a lot of great bands came out of Wisconsin. And there's a well-known big band leader that came out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin by the name of Woody Herman. And Woody Herman, of course, was a clarinet player. And this next song that we're going to play, we're going to feature some of the people in the band again on solos. But when you hear of his band, you think this is his theme song, because every big band had a theme song that people recognized as the signature song of that band. This was not Woody Herman's theme song. I don't know if anybody, does anybody know what Woody Herman's theme song was? Anybody? Couldn't have been too popular, otherwise people probably know it. But the song that everybody recognized of Woody Herman's band was Woodchopper's Ball. So we'll play that for you right now. Woodchopper's Ball. John Brown on tenor sax solo, ladies and gentlemen. Kelly Jonas on the bass solo, and Eric Christie on the drum solo. We won't mention that. Too shy. Okay, right now we're going to call upon Carrie Skibinski once more from West Bend. She'll be singing several tunes tonight. But this song's from the musical Chicago. Okay, it was actually made on a movie and Broadway musical. And it's a real neat tune called And All That Jazz.
Come on, baby, don't we paint the town? And all that jazz, I'm gonna lose my knees and roll my stockings down. And all that jazz, start the car, I know a one-beat spot where the gin is cold and the piano's hot. It's just a noisy hall, but there's a nightly brawl and all that Stick your hair, wear your buckle shoes, and all that jazz. I hear that Father Dick is gonna blow the blues, and all that jazz. Hold on, hon, we're gonna bunny hug. I got some aspirin down at United Drug in case we shake apart and want a brand new start to do that jazz. I'm gonna do my Sheba shimmy shake. She's gonna shimmy till her daughter's break. Where the park will oh, I'm on the bloody girdle if she hears her baby's queer moral. That jazz. Come on, babe, we're running fast and loose, and all that jazz. Right up here is where I store the juice, and all that jazz. London near to all that shimmy shake. She's gonna shimmy till her daughter's break. Show her where the pocket is. Her mother played a girdle if she hears her baby's queer for all that jazz. Come on, babe, we're running after loose, and all that jazz. Right up here is where I store the juice, and all that jazz. Come on, babe, we're gonna touch the sky. I bet you lucky landing and the blues so high, 'cause in the stratosphere I could be landing near to all that jazz. Oh, I know why, but oh, I love that life and that jazz.
Gary Skibesky, ladies and gentlemen, from West Bend, Wisconsin, on All That Jazz. Well, I'll tell you, this next title is quite lengthy. I have to be very careful how I pronounce this particular title of the next song, especially the last word. A little slip of the tongue, I'm in deep trouble here in Sheboygan, I'll tell you that. But this is sort of a neat tune that was just added to our musical library. It's called Everything You Always Wanted to Know About Sax. That's S-A-X, okay? Just make sure that you heard it right up here, sax. Did you ever hear a crazier ending than that? Ladies and gentlemen, she doesn't know I'm going to introduce her right now, but Catherine Conley Mink on the baritone sax. Stand up, Catherine. I want to tell you something. About a week ago, we played a concert over in Kewaskum, and Catherine couldn't show up for that particular concert, and I got elected to play the baritone sax. And he used the one from the Kewaskum High School, and that thing was the heaviest instrument that I ever lifted. Weighed more than I did. In fact, my chiropractor was glad to see me the next morning because my neck was stiff, and he had that support, just that little neck strap. So she had a little solo in there. I don't know if you heard that, but it was sort of neat. Where's her mother? She's out here someplace. I think she was waiting to see hi, Mom, before. Did your mother leave before you solo? Yeah. Oh, your mother's not here, but somebody's here. Where's your husband? Way up there. Your stepdaughter. You want to introduce them to all of us here? They'll take about a half hour of our time. How come your husband sits so far away? They know better. Okay. I'll tell you what, nothing like a close family relationship. Well, this next song that we're going to play, I have to be careful on how I pronounce this song too, because years ago we were traveling around. In fact, John Brown played my big band, and we're playing over in Anderson, Indiana for a concert. And I'll never forget this. I announced to the people, about 1,200 people in the audience, I said, we're going to play Salute to Glenn Miller and his orchestra. And some lady in the front row, about 85 years old, yelled out, could you play In the Nude? And for a while, it threw me for a loop, and I was sort of, my ears were ringing. And I said to her very, you know, innocently, I said, "You mean in the mood, don't you?" And she says, "No, in the nude." Well, the people in the band outvoted me, so we didn't play in the nude. But we're going to play in the mood for you right now. And this song was written in 1939 by Joe Garland. And actually, Glenn Miller, boy, are these family members of you that are hugging or kissing? I hope not. And they recorded in 1941. And it's probably one of the most popular songs, big band songs was ever recorded. In fact, I think every band out there plays this song as part of their repertoire throughout the course of the evening. So here we go with In the Mood. And we're going to feature Joe Pieper back from the trumpet solo, and Rich Valenta and John Brown from Sheboygan on the alto and tenor saxophone solo. Now wait a minute, don't clap yet, you haven't heard them. Joe Keeper on the trumpet solo, ladies and gentlemen. Rich Valenta, John Brown on the saxophone solos. Well, right now we're going to play the #1 song of 2017. I know we're not there yet. Just, ladies and gentlemen, I must hasten to mention this here particular information for you. This is not a political speech, but this band only rehearses twice a month. And this is not our full-time job. Most of us are retired up here, and some of us are just tired. The rest are still out doing their thing. But we rehearse twice a month at the Kewaskum High School band room, and it's on every Wednesday night, every other Wednesday night. And I want to introduce the gentleman who started this band up 6 years ago, and he is Mr. Kewaskum. Actually, his name is Mr. Larry Amel. Larry, stand up, take a bow, please. Well, there's a reason why, besides Larry starting the band, why I always introduce him, because if you have a complaint, he's also the complaint chairman of the band. If you want to join the band, you see Larry. If you want to give money to the band, you see Larry. So Larry is Mr. Do-It-All here, okay? And he does a hell of a fine job, I will say that. Anyway, right now we're going to do a song that I'd never heard of before until this year. It's called Let It Go. It's for all these children out here, okay? This is their music, in other words. You felt I was that young again. Let it go. Ladies and gentlemen, bring those children up here, will you please? You just put them on stage here and have them turn around by the people. You know, I often wonder what the definition of cool was. Let's take a look. Take a look. This is cool. You see that? What's your name? He's nervous. He doesn't have a name, but we're going to give him a name pretty soon. Quinn, okay, and your name?
Courtney.
Courtney, that's pretty. Are you two brother and sister? Otherwise, you're not dating at that young age, are you now? Isn't that cool? Take a look. Did you all see that from back there? Man, I'm going to have to get some glasses like that. I want to be cool like you two, okay? Thank you very much. Thanks to all those other young children out there that are dancing out there, dancing the storm. Okay. Guys, we have to get glasses like that and gals. That's cool. Somebody else told me that once before. I forget who it was. Okay, right now we're gonna do a song from a TV series that was only on TV for 3 years. Back in 1958 to 1961, the TV series was called Peter Gunn. This is the theme song from Peter Gunn. Does anyone know who starred as a detective on Peter Gunn? Can you see anybody's hand up there? You know who it was? You don't. You're just waving. You're just waving at me. Okay, thank you. Craig Stevens, that's correct. I'm glad I didn't give away the car tonight. This guy would have won it. Craig Stevens was the actor. Very good. So we're going to do the theme song now from Peter Gunn. We're going to feature the twins from Sheboygan. Rich Valenta and John Brown and Ellie Jonas. Our bass player, good looking bass player back there. Here we go with the theme song from Peter Gunn. It's for rental, ladies and gentlemen, from Sheboygan. I'd like to thank all his relatives for giving him a big round of applause out there. And Haley Jonas on the bass solo. Okay, who invited the police squad down here? Which one of you people are overparked? For me, won't be the first time or the last time either. I used to drive one of those cars years ago. But they wouldn't have all those fancy lights in the back, just in the front. Right now we're going to do a song 50 years ago. A very popular rock group out of England came over to this country. And they appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show, and they were a big hit. They were a big hit over in England. When they came over here, they sort of really turned the tide for a new kind of stylistic rock and roll music. You know what I'm talking about? That's right, the Beatles. Can you name all 4 Beatles? Ringo Starr, John Lennon, Paul McCartney, and Harris. Right. Okay. Paul McCartney is still, I think, going around doing concerts. Ringo Starr, he's probably playing in some saloon someplace, I'm not sure. But we like to feature Carrie on this song. It's one of their more popular tunes. They did a lot of popular tunes. It was called Hey Jude.
You guys all know this one, so sing along. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let it under your skin, and you begin to make it better. Hey Jude, don't make it bad, don't take a sad song and make it better.
Carrie. We're going to do one more Beatles song for you. And this song was actually composed by Mr. Paul McCartney, and it was released by the Beatles on the A side of their 6th British single. Here we go with a Can't Buy Me Love. Let's sing it, John Brown, ladies and gentlemen, from Sheboygan on the tenor sax solo, excuse me. From Kewaskum, Mr. Max Heiser on the trombone solo. Max, stand up, take a please. Now, as you can see, there's a wide range of ages up here in this band. So, would the youngest person in the band please raise your hand? Youngest person in the band. Come on, let's be... you're probably the youngest, aren't you? And you're only a sophomore? Sophomore in high school, ladies and gentlemen. That's Max's sister. Max down there. Now, who's the oldest member? Be honest. Now, who thinks they're the oldest member of this band? Raise your hand. Come on, John, raise your hand. John, how old are you? John's 87 years young, ladies and gentlemen. And he told me he would like your support and your donations because he's going to run for mayor of Sheboygan in the next election. So please, when you see John Brown, that's B-R-A-U-N, not like John B-R-O-W-N, you know, the third finger, please vote for John here. He's willing to serve at least 10 years. Okay? I got to pick on John. John played in my band for several years. He always picked on me. Now I'll get back on him when we have the microphone. Well, right now we're going to close off this first half of the concert this evening with another one of those Glenn Miller great songs that was actually a march made into sort of swing tune. And we'd like to dedicate this to all the people who served in the military. How many people served in the military at some time or another, okay? We'll also dedicate this to all the people who served time. How many people just served time? Don't tell me where. There's some prisons around here. This is called the American Patrol. American Patrol. And Christy back there on the drums. But I'm sure you're going to know the words later on. Right now we're going to do a song that's reminiscent of this time of season. And they have 5 seasons in Wisconsin. You know what they are? Winter, of course, which is about 6 months. You have spring, summer, and fall. What's the 5th season? Construction season. You got it. If you work for a construction groups, you never become unemployed. A heck of a retirement program. So here we go with the very popular Summertime. Summertime. Ladies and gentlemen, Dale Smith on the trumpet solo. Dale, you want to hold up that object you used there? Just, ladies and gentlemen, back in the brass section, trombones, trumpets, we sometimes use what they call mutes, different kinds of mutes. There's a cup mute, there's a harmon mute, there's a straight mute, for those people who are straight. And, well, anyway, this particular mute is probably the least costly mute of any mutes you ever want to buy. And you want to hold it up. You see what that is? That's a plunger. Now, he couldn't really afford to buy what they call a Glenn Miller plunger. He went to the hardware store. But he does use this not only playing in the band, he uses this back home, right? So it's a very...
1, 2. That's the only mute you never buy used. Yeah.
It's also got a stem. He left the stem back home with that. Trombones actually have a bigger, a larger mute than that particular one as far as the plunger is concerned, because they have a larger bell. You see the one that they have? Sometimes they put it on their head too, just for a little bit of comic relief. But they make sure they wash it up though before they bring it to the bandstand. Anyway. Okay. Carrying on right now, talk about summertime, we talk about great weather today, right? Low humidity. This is what they call Arizona weather, which we had out in Arizona this past winter. I want to recognize two people out here. In fact, one gentleman, another musician, Kenny Ohm, who usually comes out to Arizona, comes out to our shows in Arizona. There's another couple around here. And also, there's a good friend of mine who is a musician, a very fine musician from Sheboygan. We call him Don the Piano Man. Don Van Houten. Don, where are you? Somewhere out in the audience out there. And I'm sure a lot of people have heard him play locally as well as around the country and also in some of the prisons close by. In any event, we're going to do a song right now that has the word sun in it. It's called On the Sunny Side of the Street. And this particular song was written in 1930. How many people were born before 1930? Can I see a show of hands? Those that want to admit it? Okay. They told me you never ask a person their age, but you can ask them their weight. That's legal. So back in 1930, Jimmy McHugh and Dorothy Fields introduced us to the Broadway musical Lou Leslie's International Review. And I'm sure no one ever heard of that particular song. It became a jazz standard. A lot of great people performed this: Fats Waller, Frankie Lane, Dave Brubeck, little Louis Armstrong, Benny Goodman, just to name a few. So here we go, On the Sunny Side of the Street. And Count Basie, this is a Sammy Nestico arrangement, were arranged for the Count Basie Band. sunny side of the street. Would Jim Jones please pick up his laundry over at the local laundry shop? No, that's not so. Blue Skies was played for Brenda and Larry, celebrating their 20th wedding anniversary. Where is Brenda and Larry? The front row. Is that right there? The hat. And where is he? He's over there? He's coming right back. For a while I thought you said he left you. 20th wedding anniversary. Are you from Sheboygan? Sheboygan, that's close enough. This is a suburb of Sheboygan Falls, right? No, I'm just kidding. But 20 years. Did you have a big band playing for your wedding, or was it a polka band, or no band? Long story, we will not discuss it tonight. It's probably a DJ. No, I'm just kidding. Well, happy anniversary. We don't have the anniversary waltz in us. Guys, can you sing the anniversary waltz? Tell me I may always dance. Pardon? I've been outvoted here. I started singing. They didn't want me to sing the anniversary waltz a cappella. So we're going to do this song for you right now. It's called Blue Skies. Were the Blue Skies the day you got married? That's great. So this is a perfect song. Now, we should probably wait until he gets back, right? I mean, we only have about less than an hour here to play. Will he be back within the next 3 minutes? 1 minute. You know your husband, right? 2 minutes. Play one more song. Okay, why don't we go to Fever and then we come back to Blue Skies when he comes back, okay? We're going to feature Carrie. I'm going to time it 2 minutes, okay? So here's Kavinsky singing Peggy Lee's Fever.
This is a good anniversary song, too.
I almost forgot. We need audience participation when we start this number because all you have to do is click your fingers, or your thumb and your whichever finger works best for you. Please don't start before the band starts, okay? That's not fair, okay?
Never know how much I love you. Never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I get a fever that's so hard to bear. You give me fever in the morning, fever all through the night. Fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Sunlight's up the daytime, moonlight's up the night. I light up when you call my name, and you know I'm gonna treat you right. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Everybody's got the fever, that's just something we all know. Fever is such a new thing, fever started long ago. Had a very mad affair when her daddy tried to kill him. She said, Daddy, oh, don't you dare, he gives me fever. But he says fever when he holds me tight.
dance, ladies and gentlemen. You know, clicking your finger for that long a time, that takes a lot of practice, especially sometimes you get people doing it on 1 and 3 instead of 2 and 4. And some people click their fingers on 5 and 6, but 5 and 6 is not part of the song. But it's great doing that because that really adds a lot, by the way, when we get audience participation on that particular tune. And that was for, no, this next song is for Brenda and Larry, 20th anniversary. All right, we almost thought you left us before. I always started to sing a cappella. I do this for all of our anniversaries when we play for them, you know, the anniversary song or waltz. Well, I got to a couple of words and they voted me out to quit singing. So we don't have the anniversary waltz. Oh, you do Blue Skies. You have blue on, right? Blue shirt. You have blue on. Song Blue Skies. So here's for you on your 20th anniversary. How about a big round of applause for Brenda and Larry on their 20th wedding anniversary. Blue Skies. Rich Coletta from Sheboygan on the alto sax song. Okay, we're going to do a song now. It's not a popular song, but one of the earliest forms of jazz was a style called the blues. Usually the 12-bar blues consisted of about 3 different chords. And there are a lot of people down south, of course, they sang the blues, and the words usually sometimes go with the blues. I'm going to send this out to Kenny Ohm, because his name is Kenny. This is Kenny's Blues, by the way. And, yeah, his whole family's here tonight. Yeah, anybody else by the name of Kenny? Any other Kennys we have here? No? Just one Kenny, huh? Not a very popular name. Oh, we have back there. We have a Kenny. What the heck? There's two in the crowd, so this is for them. Kenny's Blues. Kenny's Blues for Kenny back there and Kenny home. Terry Christie on the piano solo, ladies and gentlemen.
And that was B. Howie Schneider on solo trumpet.
I gotta confess, they let me play 2 songs at the most. Once in a while, 1. But anyway, I gotta keep the chops in shape, just like they do. So I appreciate them letting me join in and playing along rather than standing up here telling stupid jokes once in a while and things of that sort. Talking about jokes, I'm gonna bring one of the band members up here right now because sometimes my jokes don't go over, and there's nothing worse than being a comedian and they don't laugh at your jokes. That has happened to me several times already. So I'm going to bring Bill Stungel. Bill, come on up here, please. Bill's our jokester person here, and in fact, he's the one that writes my material. That's why it doesn't go over. But are you going to come up here? Are you going to use the mic over there? Bill's got a joke for you. And it sounds, if you clap loud, he might tell you 2 jokes.
Yeah, actually I have 2 of them. And anybody around here fish ever? Yeah, okay. there were these two guys that were fishing, and they had rented a rowboat because they had never really fished much. And they went out on this little lake, and they just really hammered the fish, and they were having such a great time. And they were rolling back, and they were talking about, maybe we should come back tomorrow. And one of the guys said, well, how are we going to know we found the same spot? We can find the same spot. And his buddy said, well, it's easy. I put an X in the bottom of the boat. And it gets better. Then his buddy said, what if we don't get the same boat? And then if open water fishing wasn't enough, these two guys decided to give ice fishing a try. And they went out and drilled their holes, and they're sitting there, and they had a couple tip-ups out, and they're jigging and trying to get something. And they noticed that there were four-wheelers and snowmobiles dragging shanties across the ice. And one of them said to the other, maybe we should try trolling. And that's all I got.
I was, Bill Stengel, ladies and gentlemen. I was going to do my Rodney jokes, but after that I think I better fool with the Rodney jokes, Rodney Dangerfield. Right now, we're going to do a song which is another audience participation number. And this was recorded by the Glenn Miller Orchestra. And the Glenn Miller Band, by the way, is still traveling around. They played Sunday night at the Surf Ballroom in Clear Lake, Iowa. And they were in Nebraska just the other day. So they're performing about 48 weeks out of the year. And there's a lot of young people in the band, because when you travel 48 weeks out of the year, that's a heck of a life living out of a bus, especially when they don't get paid a lot. So we're going to do a song that was recorded by the Glenn Miller Band, but we'd like you to repeat back to me. Well, we have a little ringy-dingy-dingy back there on the drums. When we say number, please, you say Pennsylvania 65000. That was the telephone number, remember? In the East Coast. In fact, it used to be my telephone number, and I got sick of getting these phone calls, the obscene ones especially. So we're going to point to you, I'm going to point to you when your cue is to sing that, or say that back to me. There's one caveat, though. Later on, you have to say Pennsylvania 65000 to fit the rhythm. All right, so here we go with Pennsylvania 65000. Get ready. Here we go. Number, please. You got it. Number, please. Number, please. 65000. we go now. Pennsylvania 6-5. Oh, oh, oh.